Hi, I'm a girl who loves Supergirl, and I'm here to give you Easter eggs and a review of Supergirl Episode 10, Childish Things. Hi, I'm Ashley Victoria Robinson, your girl on Supergirl. Now, you may have noticed that things are looking a little bit different this week. Well, we have a new camera, which means we have new lights and all kinds of new changes going on here. So good for you for noticing. We're very, very excited about this. Let's jump right into all the good things about this week's episode of Supergirl. The best thing I thought was one of the opening minutes of this episode. It was Kara flying. It was J'onn J'onzz flying. It was a very cool moment, not only because you get to see David Harewood in his Martian Manhunter glory with the costume this time. Oh, it looked so neat. But you also get a chance to understand the relationship that's developing between him and Kara, the mentor, teacher, mentor, prodigy, however you want to think about that. Really, really great moment. There's also a Martian Manhunter moment a little later on with Alex. See, we're mirroring Kara and Alex as his daughters, where he says to her that Kara is an alien, but she's like this beautiful girl that everyone thinks looks like a cheerleader, whereas J'onn J'onzz is a scary monster. And you really understand the inner turmoil that his character goes through. And it's something that I know they're going to be building on in coming episodes. Really, really looking forward to see that. It was great work. Also, the final greatest thing about this episode was Lucy Lane. I have been waiting all season for Lucy Lane to really come into her own. And let's face it, when Lois Lane is your sister, it's a lot to live up to. I thought she did a great job. I'm excited to see her join the cast at Catco, and I'm finally okay with this actress in the part. Time to talk about the Easter eggs, and for this segment, I have a very special guest joining me this week. Hey! Look, it's Jason Inman, co-host of DC All Access.
Yes, I thought if there's one thing you want to talk about with Supergirl, it's always Easter eggs. You want me to drop some knowledge on yourself?
I am so ready.
Okay. In this episode, very exciting for me, was the introduction of DEO agent Cameron Chase. In this TV show, she's an FBI agent, but in DC Comics, she's a DEO agent, starred in her own original series back in the late 90s called Chase. It's on Comixology. I suggest you go read it, and drawn by J.H. Williams. One of my favorite DC series, so I'm excited that we finally get to see her in live action.
Cool.
Also, fun fact, in the episode several times, Wynn's father, the Toyman, mentioned that he was fired by this one guy. Well, in the comic books, he wasn't fired by that guy whose name I forget. He was actually fired by Lex Luthor.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and also, Wynn also pulled out a toy that his father sent him a message.
Yeah, he had 3 little things on his head.
Yeah,
and it was yellow.
that was actually a representation of the second Toyman, Jack Thimble.
No way.
Yeah. And also, last fun fact, they shot part of the sequence when they were at that Toy-Con at Franklin & Sons, which is actually a real toy convention that is in the City of Industry here in Los Angeles.
And that both of us have been to.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that is all the Easter eggs that I really enjoyed and noticed, besides the name drop of the Martian Manhunter for the very first time.
That was awesome. I was so excited about that.
I was very excited about that. So that's all the Easter eggs that I noticed in this episode. Did you notice any other ones?
Cool. No, that's all that I had.
Well, cool. I want to tell you really quick about Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah, that's okay. We gotta get back to Supergirl, though. Thanks so much. Now we have to talk about the bad in this week's episode of Supergirl. And I know this might not be the most popular theory, but I really didn't like Wynn and Kara talking. Wynn and Kara have done this several times where they are talking in a group of people that are walking by and within earshot, and they're talking about super secret Supergirl stuff, and it's like, come on, there are trained agents all around you here on the pier today. Everybody's trained to look for interesting behavior, and you're just blabbing everyone's secrets all over the place. I found that incredibly problematic. And then on top of it, we had to have this like weird kiss thing that I don't think is gonna really move any of the characters forward in any important way. So I was just really disappointed with Wynn and Kara's interactions this episode, and because that was kind of a cornerstone, it really dragged the episode down for me. Also, another kind of coupley thing, we have more Alex and Maxwell Lord. We had this fake date that they went on to distract him so that Hank Henshaw, aka J'onn J'onzz, aka the Martian Manhunter, could break into Maxwell Lord's labs, room 52. And I just thought that it was weird and awkward, and it was like both of these pseudo-romantic storylines that they have going on, I don't think were handled very well this episode. Really unfortunate. So, Supergirl, you gotta get your couples and your chemistry up. That's all for the bad. Moving on to my crazy fan theory of the week. All right, so we've seen a lot of increased interaction between Alex and Hank Henshaw, Martian Manhunter, J'onn J'onzz, but the relationship has really changed since the opening episodes where we first saw them, where it was very much boss and employee. Now it seems like they're trying to go more father-daughter, but in this episode it seemed a little bit like, I want to kiss your face, if you know what I mean. So my crazy theory of the week is that by the end of this season, we are going to have a romantic relationship between Alex Danvers and Martian Manhunter. Yeah, totally sweeping the idea of her and Max under the rug. That is my crazy crazy theory of the week. And let's move right into my rating. This episode, Childish Things, is going to get a rating between 1 and 5 Kryptonian crystals. They really want 5. I gotta level with you. This has been my least favorite episode of Supergirl this season. There were very few good things to balance out the bad things. No episode is going to be perfect, but there needs to be a really good balance. So I can only give it 1 lonely Kryptonian crystals out of a possible 5. Thank you so much for watching Girl on Supergirl. Don't forget to go down and click that little button that says subscribe, because here on Jawiin, tomorrow you're going to be able to see a brand new Agent Carter review show, and on Thursday you're going to be able
to see your Legends of Tomorrow review every week with me and some guests. First week is going to be Ashley, other week's going to be other crazy people, so we got lots of crazy recap shows coming to Jawiin. Take it away, Ashley.
That's right. So if you want to support all of these amazing new shows coming to Jawiin, as well as Geek History Lesson, the podcast that I co-host with Jason Inman, you are going to want to go to patreon.com/Jawiin, Jawiin, and check that out to help us keep all of the lights on in all of the different places that we are at. Thank you so much. Comment, subscribe, go to Patreon. I have been Ashley Victoria Robinson, your girl on Supergirl. Be safe and make good choices.